Good afternoon, everybody. How we all doing? Sad times in Heavenswood. Wahashivant. I'm eyeing up this handheld PC. Really eyeing it up. Called the GDP Win Max. And it's literally a handheld PC. But there's videos of people playing Final 14 on it. And it's perfect for what I want, because I want some sort of portable PC. So like on nice summer days I can go sit in the garden. And this seems perfect because it's a handheld. How's it going, Quantum? I want one. I want one very badly. I'm not too keen on the new model. There's a new model coming out soon, the GDP3. And I don't like the keyboard on it. The keyboard's a touch. Like, it's just a flat surface with, like, a touch keys on it. Not interested in that one. So, it's more powerful. But the touch keys on it are no. Whereas the GDP Win Max, the previous model, has a really good keyboard on it. And it's got the Xbox controls built into the top of it, so you can play it with controller, and then the keyboard's there for like communication in game. I really want to get one, but it's I'm gonna wait, because once the Win 3 hits the market, hopefully the Win Max will come down in price, because at the minute it's 800, 850-ish. If I'm lucky, it'll come down a bit in price. I'm gonna wait. Got a bit of time until the summer lands, so... Right! New Game Plus! And then when I'm like playing other games with like Koos, like games that aren't that demanding. I mean, you can play some pretty good games on it from what I've seen. There's people playing Cyberpunk on it. Obviously that game's like turned all the way down lower settings and shit, but still runs. And because the screen's a lot smaller, it looks good. It's the same with the Switch. Like the Switch can get away with a lot of visual stuff because the screen on it's smaller. The one thing I hate about the Switch though is text. On a lot of games, text on that small screen really messes with my eyes. Like Dragon's Dogma and things like that. I was trying to play them on it, but honestly, my eyes were straining with it because it was just the text for some reason just didn't look nice on that small screen. Right, so unfortunately, we lost a certain person yesterday. He who shall not be named because Quantum is present. Guarantee I'll cave and I'll end up buying one. I don't want to spend my money, that's the other thing. I should have a... Quantum, do you know how tax rebates work? Because I paid like 700 and odd quid in tax last year, but obviously I lost my job before I hit that threshold of having to pay tax. And obviously they just naturally take it off you anyway, assuming you're going to hit that threshold anyway. But because I lost my job, I should be expecting 700 quid tax rebate. And my plan is, if I get that rebate, I'll use that money to get it. I tried to ring them today, but I was sat in a queue for over an hour, and eventually I just hung up because I got sick of waiting. Fucking douches. It should be automated, shouldn't it? Like, once the tax year ends, you should just get a letter in the post, shouldn't you? I think I had one a few years back at one of my previous jobs back in like 2014. I tried to apply for one on the government website, but it said because I'm in receipt of job seekers at the minute, it says just wait. But it doesn't really clarify what happens. Right, in search of Soliel. Soliel was eastward bound. So I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance that the airship passed by. Fair enough, Lady Leniat informed me that it had been sighted by her scout. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds. Or was, not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vanu Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, House Helnart has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. I think this is where we'll get the introduction to the pirates, sky pirates. I think we both know the perfect candidate, Jasix. Let's pay a visit to Master Garland at Sky Steel Manufactory. I see. And I will take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. Yeah, do you have any idea how they work, Quantum? Bop, bop, bop. Wap, wap. Ah, the dastardly duel. What mischief have you two been getting up to lately? You haven't heard, had you? Hardly know where to start. He was a good man. Sid, have you heard of Aziz's Law? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. Ah, I said, do you know how tax rebates work? Are they just automatic at the end of the tax year? Never mind. I'll wait till you come back. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. From what he told Jasix, the Asians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the Ultima weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I could see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Hey, Newton. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. Just as well. After pulling you out of the fire these last few times, I reckoned I was due to deliver you into it. Literally just started. Into the blue. Into the fire it is. In that case, I should inform Tataru of our plans. Boring. I've just been getting distracted by tech. Tempted to buy one of them handheld devices that I posted on Discord. Pray, go on ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon. Bap, bap, bap. Ba, ba. Oh, yeah, this is the right place. Da, 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 da. Boys have been hard at work preparing for our flight. I'm pleased to see we are ready to depart. Getting close to Bismarck. That is, as soon as a certain, Pray, forgive my lateness. Tataru and I had much to discuss. Still have no news of the missing scions. She assures me that Reunited and Real are pursuing promising leads. Come, come. We can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. The others are waiting for you aboard the Enterprise, Jasix. Shall we get going? Let's go, Mario.
To the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted. In search of a mysterious
We've already been here, game.
known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets. Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake,
They came.
they came.
Well, they've announced the start of Loki and other shows soon. Once a couple of them are done, I'll probably sign up and marathon through the lot of them. Lamai, do you know how tax rebates work? Because obviously I lost my job like mid last year. I paid like 700 quid in tax. I tried to apply for it on the Gov website, but it said because I'm in receipt of job seekers to wait until the tax year end. So I'm assuming they'll just send it automatically. I tried to phone them today, but I was sat in a queue for an hour and I just got sick of waiting, so I just hung up. Because every time I ring these phone services, PlayStation, fucking tax department, and God knows what, I'm always stuck in a queue for over an hour. Yay, COVID. From here, Cloudtop looks rather far. Be on your guard, Jasix. The Vanu could be anywhere, even watching us as we speak. I really want one of them handhelds, Lullaby. I want one. That's why I was talking about this tax rebate, because if I get this tax rebate, I'm going to use that money to get one of them. I want one. I want one. Then I can go chill in the garden in the summer, and I can play Final 14 in me hands. Yeah. And by that time, the price will have dropped because there's a newer model coming out soon. No. I posted stuff on Discord earlier today. There's handheld PCs. And I want one. Called the GDP Win Max. And it's a handheld PC. There's other models. There's the GDP Win, the Win 2, and the Win Max. There's a Win 3 coming out soon, so I'm hopeful that the Max will come down in price. I want one. But no, I'd just get like a deck chair and a sun umbrella doofdabble. And then I can just kick back on the deck chair in the garden. My plan is I'll get a USB Wi-Fi adapter, connect it to my gaming PC, and I'll share the Ethernet connection to the Wi-Fi adapter so that when I'm sitting outside, I can steal the Wi-Fi from my room because the router's in a completely opposite room on the other side of the house. So I need to like boost the connection, so I'm gonna tether it to my PC with a Wi-Fi adapter and pinch the connection. That looks nice for you. Yeah, there's people playing some good games on it. Like, there's videos of people playing Fallout 4, Cyberpunk. Granted, you have to turn the settings down quite a lot, but because it's on a smaller screen, you don't notice it too much. The same as the Switch. Like, the Switch gets away with a lot of that because obviously it's on a much smaller screen. Video quality isn't as noticeable, whereas if you blew that up and put it on a bigger screen, you'd notice the degrade more. Familiar faces. Assuming the snail is here, I doubt she will come to us. She begins searching the aisles in earnest. I think I'm going to be lazy again today and get another Chinese because I quite enjoyed it last night. King prawn, chicken fried rice, battered banana and golden syrup. Nom, 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 nom. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Vanu scouts as well. I'd rather avoid needless bloodshed. Yeah, for my king prawn, chicken fried rice, battered banana and golden syrup, it was like 11 quid. Plus tip. Wish McDonald's would deliver. Annoying because I checked to see if Uber Eats delivers to my area, but they don't. Boo! I want to order McDonald's. Where? Oh, up there. Oh. Why don't they just let us click on that spot like normally when you do these sort of things instead of making us do /lookout? Search the skies for the silhouette, but you see nothing resembling the missing airship. Duty calls. I should have pre-patch heavens when finished today or tomorrow. Lullaby. Change of plans this week. Koos is busy for birthdays and such, so crack on with your usual games. He's going to his grands for our birthday. Apparently that takes 3 days. Go to his grands for our birthday. Have a lot of birthdays. 3-day birthday party. Woohoo! Mayhap this effort was doomed to failure. Begs mercy for Netherling. Does not fight. Does not wish to die. Was that a Vanu being attacked? Or by whom? By whom, good sir? It's a trap. Over there. Imperial troops. Miss Guardians, seize them. They'll know where the Archbishop is. The enemy of my enemy. We've no choice. With me, Jasix, protect the Vanu. I'm gonna kick their ass.
Protect me!
Hey, get off my friend. I'm gonna guess Lullaby's either taking the piss or she misread that. Netherlings saved Nanu Vanu from certain death. Showers Netherlings with thanks like summer squall. Nanu Vanu knows not what winds bear Netherlings to Cloud Sea, but warmly welcomes them. Shows gratitude with gratitude is due. Or where? There it is! Devourer of Worlds. Lord Vanu owes much and more to Netherlings. As saviors, as heroes, Dandu welcome you. Zundu. Bust my lip yesterday. Keeps re-busting. Where's my head in? Like my lips get too dry. To Vigil we go. To North. Come, come. Okay. So what do you all think of Big Man Outdoors? For those of you that bothered to stick around last night. It's good chill content. If you just want some background noise or if you want to see some beautiful scenery. As I said, the guy used to be a game streamer. He used to stream World of Warcraft, but people mainly went to him for his voice. Because he wanted to be an actor, but because of his physical build, he had a hard job getting into roles because he's very tall, and a lot of people ended up wanting him for his voice, so he ended up doing like trailer work and that. So he's done like Spider-Man trailers and things like that. And because of COVID, he lost his manager. So him and his girlfriend, his girlfriend won America's Top Model at some point. So she was popular as well. So him and his missus got married and decided to move up into the snowy mountains and just live their days in a log cabin. So now they've gone from being voice actors to and models to living in snowy mountains. But yeah, he doesn't do video game streaming anymore. He now just streams himself cutting down trees, and he's intending to build his own cabin. But it's good chill content. Like when he used to be a game streamer, I didn't really watch him for that, like for the games, because he would like obviously talk about news and music and things like that, and he would have music on in the background. Well, that's one of the other reasons why I stopped doing his gaming as well, because obviously Twitch's all new music policy. His stream was built around music being in the background. So, the Garleans were searching for the Archbishop and believed that the Vanu knew something of his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they may have had the right of it. I conclude that we should accept Lanu Vanu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. That's something I've always wanted to do. Like, I'd love to get a home in the countryside somewhere. Fuck civilization. That's why I'm tempted. Like, as soon as I get another job, I'm tempted to just start saving, buy a plot of land somewhere. And there's a YouTube channel that I've been watching quite a lot lately called Small Homes, something like that. I'll find it. It's basically people just build these small homes, like big enough for like 2 people, and they just live off grid. My ideal sort of thing. I'd love to do something like that. Small home. That's it. Living big in a tiny house. The YouTube channel dedicated to interviewing people who have like built small homes There's a link to the YouTube channel there. Yeah, there's some really amazing builds that people have come up with. I like the idea of what one guy did. Like, he got, like, 3 storage containers that weren't being used anymore. And he bought them for cheap. Repaired them. Like, he welded it and repaired them. And he slid 2 of them next to each other. Like, he cut off the doors on one end of each of them. Slid them together. Welded them together. And then he got a crane and lifted the third one in the middle of the lower 2, so he laid in the middle on the top of them, and then he like cut away a section in one of them, like so he could have some stairs going up to the other one. He boarded the inside and insulated it and everything, so it looked like just like a normal room on the inside, not like a storage container. And then on the gaps on the top sides of the 2 that were on the floor, he had balconies on either side. Like, he put decking, and then he built balconies on either side. So the upstairs was like a bedroom, and then the sides, either side, was like balconies. I think he had like a small garden on one side, if I remember, and the other side he had like a balcony. So he had like greens and that growing on one side. And yeah, it looked really well. Really cool what people can come up with. But it's that sort of shit. I'd love to do something like that. Because the cost of fucking houses these days are fucking ridiculous. Such a high percentage of people in the UK don't own their home. Because the prices are just insane. So they just spend their entire life renting a place. I was looking at land plots. There's a plot near me, decent sized little plot of land. Not fancy, obviously. It needs all the fucking weeds and everything took away from it. And it was 10 grand for a decent sized little bit of plot of land. And I was thinking of, if things pan out in the future once I'm getting myself another job again, I save up, because again, I've got no debt. I don't owe anybody money or anything like that. So I don't have to worry about debt. So my plan is get another job and just save. Save. And then maybe buy a plot of land and just start to build on it. And then down the line, it leaves the option of, if I get another place down the line, I can then rent that place. That's what my uncle did, because my uncle built a place years ago, and now he's renting that place that he built. He's now a self-employed electrician, and he's pretty minted. He's got income from his self-employment and income from the place that he's renting. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long to get another job. Problem with it is, at the minute, because of COVID, employers are less keen to take new people on. Depending on the type of work it is, anyway. Office people in particular. Like breeze guides leaves to rest. Come and lay down your burdens, netherlings. Nanu Vanu throws wide arms in greetings. Behold, Okzundu. Okzundu? That word? Doodaloo. If I do manage to get myself on a course to learn accountancy in that. I'd love to just become self-employed with that. Just become people's bookies. Except for Koos, because I've heard he's a scumbag and he doesn't sort his receipts out. I feel sorry for his accountant. He said last night he just dumps a big pile of receipts on his accountant and goes, "There you are, sorted." Fuck, what a dick. You couldn't at least just sort them out by month. I said, all you have to do is get a fucking diary and just slot them into the pages of the diary. So if you've got a receipt on the 12th of April, put it in the 12th of April page. If you get one on the 4th of January, put it in the 4th of January page. And that keeps them nice and neat. I used to have to do that at the housing agency that I worked at for a year. Because I was in charge of managing their receipts and shit. And I just did it that way. And then once it got towards the end of the financial year, I'd just take that book down the road to the GDP office and just say, "Here you are." No, Kusa's just like, "Here's a lump of receipts. Crack on." You have Moonstone. I think it's the new end game stuff that you trade for end game gear. So hold on to it, because by the time you get to the end game, you'll be rolling in them. You should have a good chunk of Poetics by now as well. Poetics will help you get a level 50 gear. And then once you get to level 60, by that point, you'll have a full stack of Poetics again. You can spend that on your level 60 gear, and then 70, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm assuming, because obviously they've changed the way the currencies and everything work, that they're used for later tier gear. I could be wrong, I don't know. But if you've got a full stack of 2,000 Poetics Quantum, as soon as you hit level 50, use that to buy a level 50 gear. And that should see you a decent way through Heavensward. It'll see you about halfway through Heavensward. And then by the time you get to the end of Heavensward, you should have another full stack of 2,000. And then use that to get your level 60 gear from Idleshire. You don't have any? Huh. But yeah. That's weird. Should have gotten some. Especially from the last two dungeons. Because you normally, for your first time you run, you always get a bonus of 100 on at least the last two. That's what I mean, the Tombstones. Tombstones are Poetics. Yeah. Well, you should have some to get them started. But yeah, use those, and there's an NPC in Revenant's Toll. They'll basically sell you end game Realm Reborn stuff, and that'll see you through the patch content as well as half of Heavensward. Just about. But obviously, as you're doing the side quests in Heavensward, you'll get more gear and. Just make sure I do your dailies every day. If you press, you should now have access to some dailies. If you bring up your duty finder with you and look at the roulette section, you'll have a list of dailies. You do each of them once a day, and that'll give you a bonus of some as well. Far warmer welcome than the one you received from the Vanu, I think. Wait, did he say Vanu? Any? What beast tribes were in Realm Reborn? The Izali. I never did any of the Realm Reborn Beast Tribe stuff. Was there actually any Beast Tribe stuff to do? Yeah, Maljar. The fucking cabbages, could you do stuff for them? Forgetting their names. Flying cabbages. Could you do stuff for them? Yeah. Yeah, if you do their stuff, you'll get a special currency that's unique to them. And you can usually trade that for stuff. Not sure what you get in the Realm Reborn ones. There's obviously mounts and things like that. Maybe. Ha! Banu bluster and blow hither and yon. Sound and fury like aimless gale. What? Eh? What unseen lightning begets such thunderous report? Rapport? It is fucking what's his name? Whale Boy. I said his name earlier today. I'm just suddenly it's just gone. Help. What was his name again? Whale Boy. I said his name earlier today. Now I'm just blanking on it. Ravan? No, not Ravana. Fuck, I'm forgetting. I said it earlier. There you are. Did you see it? It's that damned flying whale again. Imperials are after it. Where? White. Riveting conversation. Bismarck. As soon as I saw him, the name just went, there it is, Bismarck. Then I got it. He's wounded. By the 12. Did that beast just eat the island? Oh, insatiable wight. O devourer of worlds, why must you torment us? Hopefully I can solo this. I should be able to. I tried to solo the extreme, but I couldn't quite do it. Once it spawns the two fucking serpent dragon things, they just destroyed us. And that was with my paladin. On extreme anyway. I should be able to do the normal one. Hard. Bah. Yeah. I mean, I soloed all the way up to him on extreme. Because like I said, I was trying to get the horse mount things. But I hit a wall once I got up to him. Though I didn't try Ravana extreme either. I probably wasn't able to do him. Realm Reborn ones, yes. Right. Bah. Lord Uvano wastes no more words on his unfathomable deeds. Come, Netherlings. Come and break words with Chief of Zundu. I don't want the fish! Fuck off. I am not going to my inbox. I know for a fact that's just going to be a fish. Or, oh yes, or a fish screw as Lullaby put it. Screwdriver made of a fish. It's not a fish. It'll be something. Wait, they've announced another Pokemon game? What? I'm not getting it. I'm done with that series. Until they fully evolve the multiplayer so that you can run around in the same world with a friend or 2 friends or 3. I ain't interested in Pokemon anymore. The series is just boring. Boring. Again, the last one was a nice step in the right direction, but the multiplayer could have been so much better. In fact, I wouldn't even call it multiplayer. It was just a bunch of NPCs of other people's players running around in your world. And obviously there was the big boss battle raid things as well, but yeah. But until the multiplayer is evolved, I don't care about Pokemon anymore. It's just the same thing over and over. Start with a Pokemon. Go beat the gyms. Become champion. The end. Oh wait, there's a bit of after-game content. With wisdom deep as nethers and eyes clear as cloudless blue, Sonu Vanu speaks for Zundu. Hearken to his words. Black in the English? Got some big ass horns. It'd be a shame if something was to happen to them. Netherlings deliver Lonu Vanu from claws of steel-shod fiends. Prove nobility. He knows not to ignore Zephyr winds, and brings before you with all haste. Soft rains to soothe the heart, and sunshine to warm. Gratitude of Sonu, chief of Zundu, is boundless. We are honored to meet you, Chief Sonu. I am Alphanor Levelier, and these are my companions Jasix Thuldred and Sid Garland. We are come in search of an airship, a flying vessel of the Nethers, which we believe is somewhere in the Cloud Sea. Ah, like the black steel-shod contraption from which you say of Lonu Vanu? Alas, no. That ship belongs to the Garlean Empire. An old enemy of ours, though not the enemy we are looking for at present. The men we seek wear armor of purest white, and are led by an older man in white robes. Wait, Lonu Vanu hear tell of these Netherlings? You do? Are you certain? As sun rises and falls and returns, we are. Zundu scouts can testify to words of Lonu Vanu. Winds carry purpose of Netherlings to our ears as well. Netherlings seek key to Aziz's Law. Now we're getting somewhere. Tell us, Chief Sonu, what exactly is this Aziz's Law? Beware, Netherlings, for blackest clouds portend greatest danger. Look not into hearts of tempest. There lies ancient birthplace of sin, home of forbidden secrets. Speak more is to call the wind. Am I going to that place with the ancient Allergan? The prison where fucking Sephiroth and everyone is. Am I going to that zone now? I can't remember if that was in Heavensward or Stormblood. Or if you visited in both. I think you visited in both. The White devours Isle, where key is kept. Deep within bowels of mighty Bismarck it lies, beyond reach of the foolhardy. And beyond ours. Rejoice not in his gluttony, Lonu Vanu, for as stone gives way to water and wind, all yields to the White. We gotta wait for him to poop. This he knows, Chief Zanu. Madness of Vanu bodes ill for all Vanu. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Da, 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 da. Black and the White. So, has his laws home to forbidden secrets, accessible only to the bearer of the key which the Archbishop covets. Much as I would like to believe it's safe within the belly of Bismarck. The Knights of the Heavensward wield primal powers. We do not slay the whale and claim the key first. They surely will. Quite how we'll go about it is another matter. As was the case in our battle with Leviathan, we are out of our element. This time, we have far fewer allies to call upon. Be that as it may, our customary approach still holds true. We will begin by learning more about the White. Let us each question the residents of the village, then regroup and share our findings anon. Afghanin. If Netherlings seek knowledge of the White, then speak with Kunu Vali, foremost keeper of tales. Neglect not to present self with humility and respect. As sun yields to moon and moon to sun, Netherlings must greet Kunu Vali with a bow. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at one of those handheld PC/console hybrid things. Because obviously they're not as expensive as if I was to pay a couple of grand for a laptop. And because obviously laptops tend to be noisy. Whereas this thing, from what I've been looking at, you can downclock it and it reduces the noise quite a bit. And this game runs really good on it. Obviously at the minute the newest one's £800, but there's a newer model coming out soon, which I've got no interest in because the onboard keyboard of it is crap. So the model below it hopefully will get a nice reduction in price. And then I'll buy it. Zephyr winds at your back, and sunshine to warm your brow, traveller from below. Kanuvali, keeper of tales, hears your words, and she remembers. In times long ago in lands elsewhere, before even the cloud sea, the white is one among many. Newborn, he swims beside his many brothers in seas of endless water. But hated the white is, for his brothers are purest black. So great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him and rend his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again from merciful gods, raise him to the heavens, and there he is reborn. The white still longs for the sea to which he cannot return, but in rebirth, a splinter of the divine is shared, and so he opens his maws from whence come the clouds, and a new sea is born, home to him alone. Content, he gazes below and sees others who are as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence he raises up isles from earth and guides these people to the clouded sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth and the salvation of the Vanu. May it never be forgot. This demon which menaces the cloud sea, his rage is that of the Vundu. His hunger that of the wild beast. The isles are his gift to us, yet now he must consume them. Hanu Valley knows no tales like this. What? So, according to the Vanu, the Sea of Clouds and the Floating Isles were gifts from Bismarck to his people. Gifts which he has taken to eating, yes. Technically within his rights, I suppose, if perhaps a little ungenerous. Gods. Eh? What have you, Alphonor? Did you learn aught of value? Alas, no. That is, unless you've an interest in intricacies of Vanu sky fishing. Quantum dudes, there you go, Quantum, go do some sky fishing. Sky fishing? My God, that's it. Alphonor, my boy, I could kiss you. From what we've observed, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. When wounded by the Imperials, it fled, but not before devouring another island to restore its strength. What I propose is this. We tour a suitably appetizing island through the Sea of Clouds, in essence, fishing for our flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapnels into the beast's hide and then reel it in close, enabling our resident Icon Slayer to engage it directly. A bold plan, Master Garland, but an exceedingly dangerous one. If Jasix fail to subdue the creature, we would almost certainly be eaten along with the rest of your appetizing island. He won't fail. If anything goes wrong, I'll be at the helm of the Enterprise, ready to tow him out of the trouble. I wouldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. No, I trust you have no objections to my joining you as well. Not at all. The more the merrier. Right then. Seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do if the Enterprise is to be ready for our fishing trip. Well, you two need to find some bait. Not just any island, mind. I want a mouthful at most. Bolt, chain, and island. Well, you heard Sid. We need an island to bait the hook. We have a first step, and before we speak with Chief Sonu. If the Zundu are as concerned by Bismarck's behaviour as they have given us to believe, they may well be supportive of our efforts to slay him. The Tramontane. What? The Tramontane is upon us. The White feasts, and the Vandu rejoice in his carnage. Or the Vundu. Vundu are the bad ones, the tempered ones. Vanu are the non-tempered ones. Hear me, Chief Sonu. This creature which torments you now is not the deity who raised up the floating isle and made a gift of them to you. He is a perversion of your beliefs given form by the Vundu, a false saviour who consumes that which he should rightly safeguard. Yet it need not be this way, Chief Sonu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Odds against the tempest. In vain do they struggle. Yet who is Sonu to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Tramontane can turn to the Ponente. Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zundu scouts what manner of island you require, and they guide you to it. We shall not fail, Chief Sonu. On that you have my word. Come, Jasix. Let us see how Sid's preparations are progressing. There we are. Our Guardian friends have furnished us with dragon killers and ammunitions. I have taken the liberty of... Bleh. Got all tingly there for a second. And I've taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech field generator as well. Rest assured, we've changed to spare, drilling forged by the manufactory's master craftsman. If you have any lingering doubts as to their strength, know they were originally intended to bind dragons, were not found wanting. Pleases me to inform you that the Vanu have agreed to furnish us with an island of our choosing. Then all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers who'll actually be doing the fighting. Jasix, let Wage know when your party is assembled. Probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I don't like it one bit. I can't help being excited all the same. So tell me, Jasix, are you ready to hunt the white whale? I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you bleh. After you then, Jasix. All aboard. I'm gonna kick his ass here. The Limitless Blue. I love the music in this one. Pardon? Kick his ass! Oh, there we go. I had to get a bit closer. Dragon Killer, fire! Dragon Killer, fire! Are you kidding me? I can actually be on? Wait, what's going on? Ew, piece of potato. That was weird. Why wasn't he taking damage with some of my shit there? Weird. We're going to have to change the rules so you have to be standing on them. Oh, this hurts. It still hurts. Something tells us I might not be able to solo this. It hurts my pee-pee. Rip. This isn't hard. Nanny? Ah, guess I can't solo it. I finally hit the brick wall of not being able to solo. Yeah. I guess because I need to split them two up. Right. There's two sploots here. I think they've already done it. Eh, whatever. Right, cool. Are you on Lullaby? Whoa, why is that so massive? Da-da. I mean, I don't want to hit that wall where I can't solo anymore. I want to just be able to... what's it going to be like for Stormblood? I'm going to have to party up for the vast majority of that. I'm purely playing this because I just want to re-enjoy the story. Progress is going to be a lot slower the further I get into it. How do you do that? Can't you only... You can only run up to level 60 stuff with your squad, can't you? And even then it's limits which dungeons you can run with them. And does it count doing it from does it count doing it from their quarters? la 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 link shell. Invite her to the party. La 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 la. Alright, maybe we can do it with the two. I think the problem is we need to obviously separate them two. I'll wheel on one while you wheel on the other. Maybe. We'll give it a whirl, see what happens. If we still can't do it, then I'll just have to queue up with some randoms. Boop, beep, beep, doop, doop, boop. Once that final upgrade releases, looks like I'm going to go back and play through Final 7 earlier than anticipated, because I was planning on playing through it again towards the release of Part 2. I get one side, you get the other. And because it's two, it's given me even more of a boost, because they died a lot quicker. Yeah, it's definitely boosted with. Yeah. You got wrecked a lot quicker that time. Remember, you have to beat these roughly at the same time as each other, don't you? Ah, damn you, Twister! Don't you normally activate the shield there? Thank you, thank you. Now, he died a lot quicker with 2. Definitely gave him more of a damage booster with 2 of them. That's weird. I think where you're just being one person, you'd get more damage. Thank you, thank you. Button. Probably means I'm going to need a help on Thorn once we get there. That's fine. 1 extra damage output will probably make the difference. It's just got to that point now where it's a bit tougher to solo it with my character only being level 70. And that's the 4th one. Heidelin!
Heidelin, all made. Darkness, light to none, known. Hearken.
Receive of my blessing once more. You want to stream the Shadowbringer story? Have you not played any of the Shadowbringer stuff? Eh, wait, no, what? Nanny? Confused? Oh boy.
So falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before him.
Yeah.
How many times does this make? What?
Shit.
He has what we seek.
My key.
That he does. The key to Azizla and the secrets of Alag. I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
My thanks to you, Asien. And to you as well, Warrior of Light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck. Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare. By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
You keep telling yourself that, buddy. Yeah, this place. Tell already by the clouds. The place where Sephiroth is being held prisoner. Not a fan of this area. Hopefully I don't spend too long here, since obviously I've already done all the side quests and everything. Forgive me, Jasix. Had I known what had happened, mayhap I could have done something to stop them. Alas, Wedge and I were still sealed within the engine room and heard naught of the struggle until it was over. Well, I keep telling myself maybe I should put a bit of time aside and level my machinist and my samurai to 80. Because they're both level 70. But with my machinist, I'll probably have to redo the story. Because I like level skipped from 60 to 70. But my samurai's fine, I leveled that. Alas, Wedge and I were sealed within the engine room until heard naught of the struggle until it was over. And now, for all our efforts, the Archbishop holds the very thing we sought to keep from him. But all is not lost. For we yet live, and we know their destination. Let us give chase and bring an end to their machinations. A difference of opinion. Though we fail to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal and preventing the Vanu's lands from being consumed in doing so. Zundu, at least, shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go inform Chief Sonu of our victory. And then the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides. Ba-ba. Meanwhile... Oh, maybe not. Oh, this was going to be a meanwhile moment.
Wait, something is amiss.
Hello.
Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Reveal yourselves at once! And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
Don't know who I am?
I thought Ishgardian's responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken.
Oh boy, he knows who we are. I completely forgot this part.
Just as Wire observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light? He who bested Van Baelsar?
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world. Tis my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
I'm curious. I wonder if the joining will actually take place at the end of Endwalker. Like, I wonder if the shards will rejoin, and that'll be Yoshi P's perfect excuse to make another world. I'm still trying to wonder where it's going to go. And I guess we'll find out eventually. Oh, damn.
Where did that come from?
Take cover!
Yeah.
Your Radiance, we must withdraw.
What are you doing with that mech? There it is.
We shall meet again, Warrior of Light. On that you have my word.
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizlar. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
Why does she have that white mech? Ah, the armor? I had it sent here as a precautionary measure. Yeah, but where'd you get it? That belonged to an enemy. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald, Varys Galvus, in the flesh. Assume the commander that accompanied him must be the legatus of whom the consort... Panda? Centurion spoke. Ah, forgive me. This is neither the time nor the place for such idle speculation. Pray, return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to appraise Chief Sanu of all that has occurred. Once I have, we will rejoin you at the airship. Panda. You can get a panda mount? I know you can buy a panda minion. Could you buy a panda mount as well? Now, why has everything suddenly gone mahapas? Oh. Thank the 12 you're alive, Jasix. And that battleship appeared and fired on the village. We feared the game was up for you and Alphado. What on the seven hells happened out there? First the Archbishop turns up with an assy in a tow, and now the goddamn Emperor pays us a visit? What is this procession of notable bastards? Who's next? The keeper of the seven bloody gates? Don't tempt fate. No one so notable, Master Garland. I am happy to report that the Zundu was overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Chief Sanu sends his warmest regards, Jasix. There was much talk of westerly winds. Miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zundu were taken entirely unawares, and wisely chose to offer no resistance. I sense they have no more to fear from the Empire for the present, at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Zundu would already have been leveled. Plainly, Varys is only interested in reaching Aziz's Lair. Speaking of which, if you're all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well, shall we? Ba-ba-doo-ba-da-skiddly-boo. So I'm up to there now. One good turn. Still quite a few to go, but we're getting there. Lest you wonder, Wedge was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Azizlar lies in that direction, we'll find it. Saliel may have a lead on us. She's no Enterprise. We'll catch them. You'll see. Yo ho ho, yo ho ho ho.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again, least of all under these circumstances.
Le gasp!
My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
Ah, that explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Livia? Livia Sas Junius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
I thought so. As soon as I saw that armor, I was like, hang on.
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths.
Well, it's a sister.
Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
My mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emmerich.
And she fell in love.
It was his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him. But I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons.
What's a bit of that peen? The Emmerich peen.
He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emmerich, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emmerich. It is your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing. Chief, we should be getting close.
Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Aziz's law should be.
Hold on, everyone.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Da, 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 da. Da, da,
Look! I think that's it.
da, 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 da.
Chief, is that... Alagon? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
Fucking chair. Really need a rug or sliding across the floor.
Hold, Chief! She's breaking up!
I've lost the auxiliary propeller.
Sid, it's no use. We must return to Ishgard and find another way.
God damn it all. Why do the Alagans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
They're protecting their shit. And it's a big ass prison. Ugh. And we'd barely finished repairing the damage incurred during our sky fishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you can walk away from, as they say. You can only presume that Soliel passed through the barrier unscathed. Would certainly explain why the Vanu called it a key. An engineering enterprise. Assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason to think that he is not, Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Azizla. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, that we might discuss how best to proceed. Before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. I wonder, does she have a name? God, thinking about all the repairs we have to make is giving me a bleeding headache. Yeah. Where am I going again? Forgotten night. Da, 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 da. Do-do-do. Bop, bop, bop. Skiddly bop. Moment of truth. Let's see what garbage Quantum's dumped on us today. Ah, son of a... Damn you, New Game Plus. Time is it? What my food soon? I think I'm just going to stream through today because, like I said, I want to try and get the end of Heaven's Word. Pet Rock. Thanks. Delete. Delete. I can stay in there, taking up inventory space. And eyelashes falling out. New Game Plus. Look at him, giving away precious crafting materials.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing two galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ah, yeah, we're gonna meet a cool character.
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Lip, stop. Hey, Annie. Da 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 da. Welcome back, Jasix. How was the mission? You managed to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? You finally arrived at Aziz's Lair, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. It's not all bad news. I've made progress in searching for our friends. Don't worry, Jasix. We'll get to Aziz's Lair yet. Ethereal Trail. When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient water course beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Uldar, I asked Marshal Terrapin to have the tunnel searched. Logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Yustola, was it not? Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there has been a discovery, and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. Dare not think what it might be. Should depart at once. Taru, let Reunited know to join us in Uldar. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. No. I like Pippin's voice actor. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Terrapin. You saved Her Grace and Father both. It is the least I could do to repay you. Forgive me my impatience, Marshal. Did your missive mention the discovery? Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways almost immediately. We encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen crystal braves. Go on. Be at ease, Master Alphino. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there's this. Yustola's wand. I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. He's just chilling in the stream. "'Tis as I did surmise, judging by the aetheric imprint that lingereth yet upon this wand, it hath assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely, the very first that man did conceive to traverse great distance, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilizes the life stream floor. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into its constituent ether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell bespeaketh the need for haste. All of which would suggest she managed to escape. Would that it were so simple. Nor that the scholars of the Sharlayan forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over its course. For every mage who came safe unto this destination, another would be set adrift in the life stream, never to emerge. What? No, you can't mean... Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. It is like that Y'shtola's passage hath left traces in the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To the Sildy excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. Shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return. Tara looked so sad-faced there. Da 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 da. Badlap, badlap. We're gonna find a naked lady, and the name is Y'shtola. A car. Evidence of Y'shtola's passage will have been made faint by time. Mayhaps some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. I'm gonna find a naked lady, her name's Y'shtola. Oot, oot, oot. The trail leadeth to the north and east, unto the bosom of the Twelveswood. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath Y'shtola journeyed. Yet the Garleans have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the life stream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger over long in the midst of this maelstrom, and the aether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, near to be reformed. We've no time to waste. Reunited, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Jasix, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition the Elder Cecia's aid. Itzia. Off to the Twelveswood. Do. Contra. It is said that the elementals perceive the life stream. If, as we suspect, Y'shtola is still adrift in the midst, they may be able to find her. We are to appeal to them for assistance. We must needs do so through their chosen, the Pajal. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Carni Senna without delay. Lost in the life stream. I've already requested an audience with the Elder Cecia. You will receive us at the Lotus Stands presently. You need but speak with the conjurer yonder to be admitted. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. Your suit? It will not, my lady. Pray, forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Y'shtola from the ungentle pull of the life stream. And as you've surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However, either a Moogle or a cabbage person.
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life.
Wax on, wax off.
So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
Whoa, what's going on? Oh, they just kicked us out. Memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Ymithra. She's supposed to be a member of the Sons of Saint Carnarch. Anyway, she spends most of her time around... Damn these names! Kalu Falls. And we had character names, we had place names. It always trips us up when I'm reading the dialogue in this game. The fucking weird names of places and people. They're not all bad, but the vast majority of them are. Where am I going? The falls where Louis Soir used to hang around in 1.0. If I remember the achievement NPCs here as well. It's him. Yes? Is there something you require? Lady Ymithra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alphanor Levelier. This is Tataru Taru. And I'm just some scrub apparently. He doesn't need to introduce me. Dick. So you are my sister's comrades in the Signs of Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Y'shtola. All mine efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things. She should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Just say, should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for the Evercade, or Evershade, at once. Speaking of Evercade, I'd love to get my hand on one of them too. A bunch of handhelds I'd love to get my hands on. The Evercade, that new Game Boy looking thing that you can put official cartridges in. And that portable PC. I want it. Give it. Give me now. Fidget, fidget, fidget.
Let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you...
Get on with it! Bring back my naked companion.
Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
Surprised she's not like, the light. The light here, I keep getting in her eyes.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There.
People
Now.
popcorn. That's a naked lady. Conveniently censored by bright light.
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once. All that remains is to pray, my friends.
Oh, my friend! Oh, you stole her. Just seeing her face again. It's... I've been so worried. Taru's surprise! Surprise, cockface! Stola's resting within an inn room. She's still unconscious. Signs are positive. Contrast says she's in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for Y'shtola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. Something I've been working on for a while now, in the hope that she'd one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. I ask you to retrieve them for me. One is with the Leather Workers Guild, and another with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Jiva. Probably. And Brother Isumi, they ought to take care of you. How's everybody doing? What we all up to? Well, if it isn't Jasix, looking for some hides to tan, mayhap? Hmm? Here to retrieve an order for Mrs. Tutaru, you see. Come at a good time. I finished up moments ago. It's no small coup working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However, did that girl come by chimerical hide? However, did that girl come by chimerical hide anyway? Either the balls of steels or a bottomless coin purse. It seemed to me she had neither. Thanks. Na 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 na. He had a fucking actual cap on there. Where'd you get that from? Or is that from the Final 15 event? Not sure. Like a duckbill cap. Greetings, Jasix. Trust you've been well. Is there aught you require of me? Ah, yes, Mr. Tutaru's order. As requested, it's been sanctified in the sights of the elements. I know not what she intends for that, for the staff, but it is most singularly. What? It is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Spoilers! Taro's leatherwork bag containing an item prepared by the Leatherworks Guild. Cloth bag containing the item prepared by the Conjurers Guild. Nah, I didn't mean to do that. No. Shit. I wonder if I could just get a switch, completely wipe it so it doesn't have the fucking switch firmware on it anymore. I wonder if you could put. Someone's probably already done that. Someone's probably already modded Windows onto it, or even Linux. Surely that system could play Final. That'd be cool. Just mod a switch. It'd be spot on. The only problem with the Switch is, though, that there's no ports on the device. Other than the dock. Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope? Oh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Eva and Master is a master among masters. Staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Jasix. Can't wait to see what Y'shtola thinks of the surprise. I still wonder, she's doing very well and the Contras have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Yay! Come on, Y'shtola. No time for resting. Get back to work. The world needs you.
Y'shtola! I'm so glad you're back!
If I remember, our vision's changed. She can now see the ether flow of everything.
Tataru.
Up.
You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Elphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least.
Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
Just us.
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find.
Either I'm hearing things or the music is playing so quiet in the background still, even though the game was supposed to shut it up, but I can still hear it very faintly. That or I'm hearing things. I'm just going crazy. Probably going crazy.
I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
Or arrogance.
No apologies are necessary, Alpha No. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alpha No I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we were in Ishgard, you see.
Get out. Paints a pretty picture, she does.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
Rest for the wicked.
A means to prise open a hole in an Allagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon.
Time for you to go and meet your master. I think.
But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
Time to go to Gobbyland. Onward to Sharlayan. Oh, we're getting there. We're nearly there, look. Woo! Hey. Exactly. Hey. Question is, should I stop now, get my food, then come back and finish it? I'd like to get a Heavensward finished today. Might do that. I might get food, order my food, come back for like 6. Well, I say 6, 7 o'clock more like it, because the food will take an hour to get delivered. Might be a plan. The rest of the quest should probably take us a bit of time. How many more dungeons is there to do between them as well? That's the other question. Wish I could get an estimate of how long it'll take to get through them, because obviously there's dungeons and that between them. Well, that's the final thing there. That's the final boss of Heavensward. So dungeon-wise, the library, the facility is Neverreap after or before? Any idea, Lullaby, which dungeons are pre-patch? I think it's just them two. I'm not sure about Neverreap. If Neverreap's after the end of the Heavensward and it's like part of the patch content. Right, obviously we've got the Great Gubal Library. That's Matoya's dungeon. And then there's the Etherical Chemical Research Facility. Aetherochemical. But I can't remember if Neverreap is part of Heavensward or if it's part of patch content. It's just them two, isn't it? Yeah. So it's literally just them two dungeons and then Thornton and then done. Might be able to get them done. If I get food now. Yeah, right, cool. I think what I'll do is I'll quickly do this one. Onward to Sharlayan. In my youth, I had the honour of studying under Matoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubts that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. Question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. The Garlean Empire first marched upon Eorzea some 15 years ago. The denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the exodus. This day she lives as a hermit's life on the fringes of the abandoned city. I like this map. I love this next place we're going to. Especially the next raid as well. I'll be doing that as well. Once I've finished Heavensward before I start the patch content, I'll be doing the raid. So it is the Devonian hinterlands that we must go. To the place of my birth. So, as Elise and I were both in Charlian, our days were short. Our days there were short, rather. We remained only until the Exodus. I have not returned since. Ah, so it is to be a homecoming then. It's fine a reason to any to go to Charlian, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you have mistaken our primary objectives, Y'shtola. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Da, 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 da. Down to you, be like, are you ordering your food yet? I fucking knew it! I knew it! Are you ordering your food yet? Charlian is situated in the Devonian hinterland. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Devonian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be comprised of Jasix, Y'shtola, and myself, Tataru. We remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. First, let us make for Tailfeather. Bye. Bye. Was that released today as well? Long soak in the live stream followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returned to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. Or returning. A great new nation. Believe I am sufficiently rested. Let us continue west to Charlian. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the Devonian hinterlands. From there, it is but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Nath territory. We must needs be wary of them and the dragons both. Damn it, I've actually got to fly there. There's a point of interaction just at the exit. Boo! Might not take us too long to get through the patch content because judging by the list here, there's not a whole lot to the first major section. And then the second one is even shorter. Well, it might not take... Probably take 2 sittings to get through the patch content, 1 for each. And then Stormblood. We're getting there. We're getting there. So they actually have announced a new Pokemon, have they? What's it called? Pokemon what? Pokemon Milk! Pokemon Give Me a Wallet! Pokemon Rinse and Repeat! Pokemon Legend Arceus. What? Arceus. Wait, is it a remake and not a new game? It's an ancient Pokemon. I like this area.
To the Thaliac River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Sharlayan, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers.
They came. Place is cool. Super cool. Gets even cooler later. Toya dwells on the far side of the Thaliac River. Let us search for a crossing. Oh, lucky. Gotta meet the gobbies. Oh, we're going to... Wait, hang on. We're going to Idle Shaker. Actually, I probably better zone because it's got a... Yeah. I've got a zone because it'll trigger a cutscene rather than teleporting. Love this map. This is cool. Especially what's coming from there when the camera stops being a dick. Good stuff happens over there. Knowledge seeks no man. So says the motto of the Sharlayan engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. During the 6th Astral Era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Sharlayan journeyed across the seas to Eorzea in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavours. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement. The settlement prospered, and so much so that it came to be counted amongst Eorzea's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a fading memory. With her keeper lost to her, Sharlayan has become an empty husk of her former self. Uplander is mistaken. Sharlayan has new keepers. Is on cusp of new age of glory. Something like that. Goblins? Here to plunder the city? Gobbies! Lander is mistaken muchly. We are not thieves, this place is home. Your home? When last I looked, it was mine and Alphino's. We were born here. When Uplanders abandon city, Uplanders give up claim. Born here or no, Uplanders are trespassers. Finders keepers. The way of the gobbies. My friends, please, we did not come to dispute your claim to this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire but to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you, and let us speak like the civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding. If that is truth, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplander settlement. Wonder what they look like without their mask on. They were enemies in Final 11 as well. Just run up to you and shiv you with their knives. This is the end game hub to Heaven's Word. This is where everyone used to hang out. Still some people actually hanging out. This is where you would grind for your Heaven's Word end gear. My bud is falling asleep on this chair. Here is Heart of Settlement, name of Idleshire. What do we got here? Guests? Greetings to you. I am Alphino Levelier, and may I introduce my companions Jasix, Thuldred, and Y'shtola. We have journeyed far in search of a friend, and seek to cross the river. But finding the main bridge collapsed, you went looking for a detour, and they ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew. Is that right? That's the short of it, aye. This place, Idleshire. I came expecting a ghost town. Nice to say, I'm surprised to find it so alive. Well, with all them precious artifacts laying about, it's only a matter of time before treasure hunters like me moved in. But we weren't the first to arrive, neither. By then, Slowfix and his gobby friends were already settled. First, gobbies and hunters dislike each other. But understanding came, then friendship. Now gobbies and hunters have joined hands to build great new nation. That is what happened after we Sharlians departed. Ah, so you're locals. No hard feelings, I hope. All these nice buildings, but no one to live in them. They're like a waste, you know. Been trying to put the place to rights, and things have been going well for the most part. But it ain't all smooth sailing. Not to sound ungrateful, but the trapshore people left lying about are a bloody nuisance. There's the Illuminati Hurrian. Harrianus. God damn it. I'm thinking it was a fancy name for something, but it's Harrian. As in pestering. Pain in the arse. Slowfix has bright idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding, yes? Best way to understanding is helping one another. Help citizens of Idleshire and Uplanders can be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross river. Well, I'm not aware of a quicker way to reach our destination. I am. It's called flying on my bird. And this is this Slowfix and his people. Skiddly boop. Right. Yes, I'm going to take a break, get my food ordered. I probably should have had that ordered so it would be here by now. Means I've got to wait. But yes, anyway. I'm going to stop, take a break, get my food. And if I'm back, I'll be back. And at the latest 8 o'clock. Hopefully that leaves us enough time to get this game finished by 12. So then tomorrow we can start the patch content to Heavensward. Actually, no, tomorrow, if I do get the main story finished tonight, tomorrow I'll be starting Alexander. Yes. And then the patch content. But anyway, I'm going to stop, get food. I'll pass his over to Big Man Outdoors if he's still on. Let's have a spy. You'll see. It's basically Heavensward raid. You shall see. Probably one of my favourite raids. In fact, it is my favourite of the raids. One second. Then again, I've not done the Near raid yet, and I'm guessing that one's pretty good as well. Is Big Man Outdoors on? He usually is. And he is! Right, cool. Whoa, what was that? Right, anyway, cool. I'll pass these over there. Feel free to chill in his channel just until I'm back, and then you can come back and chill here once I've finished eating. Like I say, I'll be back at about 8 PM, maybe sooner, depending how long it takes for the food to get here. But until then, enjoy Big Man Outdoors. Enjoy the nice snowy scenery. And I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.